Morning, friends. It is Thursday morning. Thought we would do a little bit more of a vlog for the day. I have been working 12 hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, trying to wrap up the month of April and get everything submitted. As a contractor working with diabetes patients, I have to have all my charts submitted so they can be billed out to insurance, Medicare, all that good stuff before, for the next month. So done with those long days. I was even actually asked to work today. I normally take Thursdays off to run around, do things with my kids, and I said we have plans. This is my plans. So my goal for today is to get some more itty bitty triceratops done. I had made 2, if you saw my Sunday video. I had made 2 over the weekend, but one already sold on my Palmstreet live. So that already is shipped and is at its new home. Then my other one seems to have walked away. I put everything that I had made last week into a bag to get tagged, but I can't find it. The kids had been looking for something in here, so once they get up a little bit later, I will ask them if they saw it as to where it went. Obviously, I had it for my Sunday video, and I have not crocheted since, so it has to be here. I do have a little standing running thing with dinosaurs after somebody left a couple dinosaur play figurines at my booth last Christmas. We've had some trouble with dinosaurs in the craft room ever since, so there's potential. Otherwise, I'm hoping to do a couple itty bitty mermaids by the same, Cassie Bell pattern designer who did the itty bitty triceratops. When I went to get the triceratops, the pattern was on sale for $1, and so was the mermaids. So I just added both to cart. So I hope to make a couple of those just to see how they do for my market on Saturday. Other goal is to, which I think I mentioned on my Sunday video as well, is to make Jenna's dragon. I have not made any dragons. I have had a couple of requests now for dragons. So that is my goal for today. We will see how far I get. I also want to drive to the next town over, the other direction where I usually go, and check out their ollies to see what yarns they have in. The ollies that I typically head up to in Goldsboro has had a number of the same colors, except, they did have the couple extras last time that I showed on Sunday, but I'm hoping to continue to expand my color selection because I have significant concerns about what's going to happen to the yarn industry in these next coming months. So I am hoping that I will have enough of a stockpile, hoarding, stash, whatever you want to call it, to get me through for my fall markets. We will see. Do you have concerns about yarn for the summer and fall? I want to make sure that my prices stay reasonable. I do not want to be charging double and triple just because, well, not just because. I do not want to be charging double and triple what I am already charging. I feel that my market prices are very, very fair, and I do not want to have to do price increases all across the board because yarn is no longer sustainably affordable. So we will see what happens there. That is it for right now. I will check in a little bit. All right, so checking in real quick. It is now about lunchtime. I got 3 mini triceratops done. One with safety eyes in this blue, which is essentially what sold and I shipped off last weekend. And then I've got a blue one with embroidered eyes and a green one with embroidered eyes. I still do not know where that other mintier one went off to, but ended up going back and forth with my mechanic a little bit this morning. Apparently the housing on my oil filter, it is cracked. I don't know how it gets cracked. It's not something that I touch. It's not something that anybody touches, but the mechanic, however, it's like a $360 part. And then there's, or no, it's a $320 part. And then it's $360 in labor to replace it. Plus the $100 for the oil change. Yeah. So that needs done on top of the, 2 tires that we bought 2 weeks ago because of the roofing nail that went through it in the road in front of my house. So car maintenance, all sorts of fun. But now we are going to go hit the library with the kids and run over to Ollie's and see what kind of yarn I can find. Hey friends, we are back from shopping this afternoon and not super exciting for the yarn. It was mostly stuff that I've already had. They did have the purple ombre that I had gotten last weekend. They had an orange ombre that is okay. I wasn't overly thrilled with it. I passed it up. I got some more cream speckle. Sorry, my air conditioner just turned back on. It just turned off. I got gray speckle, and then I picked up some of this. This is mallard wood. I do have a couple remnants on my shelf of this already from, I don't know, a couple years ago. I've had it a while. So that is all from Ollie's as far as yarn. I was hoping for a little bit more color variety. It just wasn't there today. All right, so checking in again. It is getting close to dinner time. Actually, it's past dinner time, but the kids have been outside swimming, so they just came in. This afternoon, since coming back, I got one more triceratops done. So I've got 2 blue, a green, and this guy in addition to the other mint that I had the other night. And then I did 2 of the Itty Bitty Mermaids by Casabel. And I don't like how the pattern did for the bottoms. I just had a really hard time making 2 magic circles of 4 and getting it flipped to the, so I ended up modifying the pattern a little bit to make it easier for my fingers to do. I actually did them different ways each time. So these are my 2 girls. Kind of creepy. I don't know. I'm not totally sold on this. And then it took me about 40 minutes to do with just all of the back and forth. I don't feel like it should take me that long. I would think it would be closer to 30 like this guy. But we do have multiple color changes. I've got to pay attention a little bit more, front loop, back loop on some of this. And yeah, so that's that. There's also an error in the pattern, and one point she wrote increases where it should be decreases. The math works. So I was doing it and I did all these increases, and then I realized that it says I should have like 12, and I'm like, well, that's a decrease, not an increase. So the math is there, but the written out description for what to do is not correct. So that was a little frogging there as well. So now it's time for dinner, and then when dinner is over, I will move on to the dragon. Well, it's now nearly 10 o'clock, and I am about halfway through the dragon. I already have the other 2 feet made, and then the 2 wings that get crocheted on as we go. So really I'm over half, but as far as the round of the body, I'm halfway. Allergies are killing me and my eyes are burning something terrible. So I'm not sure how much more I'm going to get done today. I still have to tag everything that I made last week as well as everything I've done today for the show on Saturday. Hopefully the weather holds out. Looks like there's supposed to be a thunderstorm. Sorry, my eyes. A thunderstorm Saturday afternoon. The chance of rain drastically increases right when it's supposed to end. So hopefully that will go well. So we will see how much further I get on the dragon. I would like to get it done today. Then I can just worry about tagging tomorrow over lunch or a break in patient appointments tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'll give another update tonight, but you guys have a good night.